Hello and welcome to Campr. Have you ever seen yourself in this picture? I know that Karen and I have been talking about doing this for a very long time, and I think given what's going on currently in the state of the world, the lack of international travel, a lot of people are putting their money that they were going to spend overseas into something like this, into a caravan. And on today's episode of Campr and the next few down the track, we're going to show you how you can do it. It's really simple. It's an easy, fun, safe, adventurous way to travel with your family, and you'll come back with a lifetime of memories. Over the next 8 days, Karen and I are headed to the Outback on a road trip holiday made for towing a van. We're travelling west from Brisbane along the Warrego, up and over the Toowoomba Range and into God's country, Queensland's mighty Outback. Brisbane Camperland at Tingalpa is where this journey begins, with the handover of our home away from home for the next week or so. The 19-foot Jayco Journey Off-Roader, a beautiful bit of kit. It's here in the delivery bays that I get a thorough and thoughtful final briefing on the operational aspects of our home on wheels. And to be honest, these days it's really pretty simple. Many of the processes, like for example the unfurling of the awning, have been really refined over the last few years. And being Australian made and designed, lots of Jayco owners have provided feedback to the R&D crew for new ways to approach things. Solar power and 12-volt lighting have been integrated cleverly, and it's rare these days to see a van without an ensuite. This one even has a washing machine. Yep, doesn't look like Karen and I will be roughing it too much this week, and with that, we are off. The old saying goes, all roads lead to Rome. At least ours does, but that should be Roma. And on your left as you roll into town is no better reminder of the bush economy than this place, the Roma Saleyards. And that's no bull. Better pull up and take a look. So it was the meat and livestock industry that really opened up the interior of the country, there's no doubt about that, and you get a great indication of that when you come to Roma and visit this amazing place, the Roma Saleyards. Whether it's cattle production or the transport of cattle, it really is the heart and soul of what the Outback's all about. And you really know that you've come to the bush when you see big trucks like this and you start wearing big hats like this. These sale yards are the biggest in the southern hemisphere, with over 400,000 head of livestock going under the hammer each year. And they're not the only things producing gas in these parts. The big rig is a great place to stop and find out about another massive outback industry that keeps our country's economy ticking over.
I'm going to plant my own bottle tree. Grow your own. Want to buy that?
Okay.
No, yeah.
Look, she's gone mad.
A Bindaroo bottle tree.
Honestly.
Dig a hole larger than this.
We're on the road for like another week and we're buying trees in Roma to take home to Brisbane. I mean, what's going on?
I think it's a good thing to plant a Queensland bottle tree in the yard. I reckon that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's about 4 degrees outside, and I think the only reason we're standing here is because she's under the heater. I'd thought that gas was a relatively new industry to Queensland, but it's been going in these parts for over 100 years, with the first gas pipeline connecting Brisbane to Roma completed in 1969. Traditionally, the kitchen was built away from the main house, and it was done like that in case of a fire. Obviously, everything was cooked on open fires, and if the fire got too big or somebody fell asleep, coals fell onto the timber, the house could burn down, and thus removing the kitchen from the house meant that if there was a fire, At least you weren't going to perish. Roma's other claim to fame? So here it is, the Queensland bottle tree. There are plenty of them in these parts. In fact, back in 1848, it was the white explorers Mitchell and Lindsay that came through here and really discovered it for the European settlers for the very first time. Our Indigenous brothers and sisters were using it for a whole bunch of things for many years before that, of course, including lots of tools that they'd use for hunting and gathering. But yeah, plenty of them in Roma. They line the streets here, and there are some absolute beauties. Quick growing as well. They'll grow just about anywhere, and of course native to Queensland. It's once you leave Roma that the outback really begins to show herself. All along the Warrego, through the M towns of Muckadilla, Mitchell and Morven, the cars thin out to be replaced by road trains, half the length of a footy field at 53 metres long. The country to the north and west of us has been suffering through crippling drought for 9 seasons now, and the cattle are being decked to greener pastures or the Saleyards in Roma for market. This country can be as harsh as it is beautiful. But as you can see, an open road, blue skies, great driving. What are you enjoying, Karen?
Oh, other than your company, Dean. I'm just loving the landscape. It's just beautiful. Look, it is so flat. And I know that it's still, there's a bit of drought still going on out here, but the colours are stunning. The golds, the greens, the blue sky.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. It's just, I think one of the best parts about the drive is the drive.
For us, it's been a big day in the saddle. We've put some good Ks under us in order to get as far up the Landsborough Highway as we can. To our first caravan park stop of the journey. And if appearances are anything to go by, this one is a ripper, the Blackall Caravan Park. We've had it here because apart from its green grass and rustic charm, I've also heard about park owner Deb's famous rissoles. One of the great joys at the end of a long drive is meeting new friends, and here in Blackall that's exactly what we've done tonight already. We've just ordered Deb's famous rissoles. Take a look at these. And we've met these wonderful people. Take a look at these. Hey! You know, one of the really great things about van life is the social side of things. Generally around 5 p.m. or sunset or whatever comes first, a cold drink will come out and the yarns will begin to flow. So this is lovely to meet you and John.
It's so lovely to meet you and Karen.
This is nice, isn't it?
That's fabulous.
The bush kitchen,
yeah,
and
it's fabulous.
a few of these fellas around.
How good are Deb's rissoles?
Oh. Deb's rissoles are the best I've ever eaten.
And for a social animal like me, it's a good time to swap info about places that you've been and things to see along the way.
Cheers!
I can assure you the company was terrific and the rissoles even better. In the next episode of Campr, we'll put pay to that old saying, there's F all in Blackall, and continue on our Outback adventure. For all the info on where to go and what to do in Queensland's Outback, head to the Outback Queensland website. And you can see the full range of Jayco caravans, pop tops and motorhomes at Brisbane Camperland, Wynnum Road, Tingalpa.